The volcano erupts. Draw a line from each of 2 dots above the lava. The line may move diagonally, but may not cross the thermal vents or wall cells. They also cannot cross or intersect with each other. The lines must cover all orange dots and behave like slow inverse thermos. Digits along the lines must decrease or stay the same as you move away from the volcano. Oh, Lord. Each of the 2 dots above the lava may move diagonally, but may not cross thermal vents or wall cells. They also cannot cross or intersect with each other. So, I'm assuming these are the thermal cells. Oh no, the thermal vents are the thermometers. Decrease or move, stay the same as you move away from the. Yeah, they definitely. I mean, just even by the rules, you can figure out they can't go down, because if they went down, they could never get out of the volcano again, and we need to cover all of these. Okay, and they must decrease or stay the same. That guarantee that this is going to have to be an 8. Oh, I've already screwed this up. I see. These could have moved diagonally. They could move that way. In any event, this one can only be a 9 if every digit up until this point is a 9. And that's not going to work well. So this is going to have to be an 8, making that a 9. Now, one of these circles is going to have to start at 8 or 9, but neither of them can be 8. So one of them is going to have to start at 9. It's going to have to be that one. And now I'm going to have to go to this cell somehow from here. So I think it's going to have to be that way, but I think there's some weird world in which it's that way. It's right. Okay, so let's write in the rest of these. Okay, so these are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, and these ones aren't 1 or 3. Okay, 1 would be really difficult, since this is supposed to be a declining thermo, but who knows? Stranger things have happened. Okay, so this, at the very least, I know this line doesn't go this way, because that would break my ability to put an 8 on it. I'm going to have to put an 8 in one of these cells, whichever one it goes to. I'm going to have to put an 8 in. And then it's going to connect up to this 8. I know this just isn't going to be on a line. So, like, nothing visits here. I can, like, put an orange X through here to say nothing visits that cell. Okay, and so, because it can't visit thermos, actually, I think if I now ask, one of these gets out through the 8. Whether it goes that way or that way, who knows? How does this one get out? Well, this one's now got to get out through these 2 cells. I don't think there's any other way, just by connectedness, even with weird diagonal shenanigans. The lines aren't allowed to cross, so it's always going to have to go through these. which is going to have to make this a 5 and a 4 if I understand how these rules work, which I seem to. Pre-existing trauma related to evac lines notwithstanding. So we're going to need to decrease or stay the same to a 5. So that means this is going to be a 5 or a 6 regardless. Which is indeed going to mean that one of these is really a 2, because I have a genuine triple here, funnily enough. Even though, like, this puzzle by and large does not have things like triples. Debating if I should bother pencil marking these cells or not. I'm not sure yet. Okay, if I go from here, I now would have to go... Any place I go next has to be 4 or lower. Although I guess technically I don't know that I need this line to grow at all, right? Well, there's no way this line gets like all of those, I guess, is the thing I'd have to argue if I wanted to confidently say this. I don't think I'm prepared to argue that. I'm going to write these in just for my sanity. Okay, they could be 5 or 8. Okay, they can be like anything, basically. Never mind, I'm not writing these in. This 256 looks so appealing here on this thermo, but it is just tempting me into looking at cells that I'm not actually allowed to look at. Is there any way this line, like... so what... that's not quite... I was going to say whatever line gets here can't then get out of the box, basically. And that's, I guess, basically true. Once the line gets here, this number has to be... Or if it continues from there, this number would have to be smaller. And I certainly can't get back out of the box. I do know there's a 1 up here. And whenever I step on a 1, that's going to be my end of the line. Wherever I step from the 8, I'm now stepping on something that's at most 6. Oh, I can just argue that this can't possibly step there, because if it did, it would need to be... there we go. Okay, so I can actually argue that this at least connects this way, because if this went here, it would have to be a number that's at least as big as 5, and it can't be, but is at most as big as this 5, 6, but it can't be, because this cell can't be 5 or 6. So we actually do know this line goes like that directly. Okay, so if I come here, now the total could still be 4. And I could maybe do like... How many spaces is it going to take? I could do like 3, 2, 1 in some way in this box, basically. I can do 3 cells to get... Oh, no, I can't do 3 cells to get to 3, 2, 1 because of this. Right, okay. So in order to get to this cell, I can't start from over here, because if I do, I'm going to have to hit 1 cell in each of these columns. I think I'm assuming something, though. I think I'm assuming that it's this line that gets to that cell and not this other line that gets to the cell. Oh, actually, it will probably help if I do like a little bit of Sudoku, like that this is a 7. Okay, so we've got a 1, 3. 1, 3, 8, 9. Oh, but these can be 8 because that 8 isn't a Sudoku digit. Okay. I don't think I can get from this 8 into this box now that I know that this is a 7. Because this number is not a 7. It's less than 7. It's at most 6 if this 8 comes here. And the 8 would have to come either there or there. These would both be at most 6. I certainly couldn't go through the 7. So I'd have to enter through this cell, which would now have to be a 1 or a 3, except now I run into this issue that I end up with a 1, 2, 3 here, a 1, 2, 3 in one of these cells, but then 2, 1, 2, 3s over here. That's too many. So this 4 actually has to be the one responsible for getting to this 1, 2, 3. And for much the same reason, it can't do that if it leaves the box and tries to come back. So this 4 has to now go directly there, and it can only, well, direct-ishly there, which it can only do by coming here, making this have to be a 3, which now makes that a 2 and a 1. I think that's all right. Uh-oh, no, it's not right. Is that wrong? Okay, apparently I'm wrong. It was right up till here, though. Oh, I see what I could do. I was being silly again when I did this. I was getting confused by the diagonal lines. No. Sorry, no, that was right. I think that was right. Sorry, I was thinking, oh, I could just have gone from the 5 to the 5, but you can't go from the 5 to the 5. Because if you go from the 5 to the 5, let's cover all orange dots. We have like slow inverse thermos. Yeah, can't cross thermal vents. So this is a thermal vent, so the line can't go there. Did I miss a digit? Is that what happened? I don't think so. 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got a 1, 2, 3, and an 8 and a 9. We can't step on the 8, 9. Oh, there's even orange dots in a different grid. I didn't realize there are orange dots in a different grid over here. That's kind of horrifying. None increasing, right? I'm just reading the same thing again. I don't understand. What am I assuming that I'm not supposed to be assuming here? These had to be from 1, 2, 3, right? See, but the problem is that there's an ambiguity in how this thing moves the way I actually had this sort of set up. So I have to be doing something wrong, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong. These are called heat vents, right? It was heat vents, right? Or was it not heat vents that it said they couldn't cross? Oh, it says they can't cross thermal vents. Are thermal vents a different thing than heat vents? I don't think so. I assume thermal vents and heat vents are the same thing. I am very confused all of a sudden. Maybe it doesn't count as crossing a thermal vent, because it does say crossing a thermal vent. Maybe touching the tip of the thermal vent isn't crossing the thermal vent. So like maybe I can go from this 5 to this 5 if I So we're saying this isn't a 3 is basically what this is claiming. So like maybe, I mean, that does sort of like feel thematically like you're escaping the volcano if you get there, because you're not really crossing it. It's slightly weird. But I think it might be okay if we did this, is I think what this is basically saying. So then I need to make an argument if I imagine that that's what I'm allowing. Then we have to well, in that case, this thing up here certainly isn't a 3, because we still have to get there. Even if we're allowed to go through the 5, we still have to get here. I'm trying to argue why this can't be a 3, because apparently this isn't a 3. This certainly wouldn't be a 3 in that instance. So this would have to go either 3, 2 or 2, 1. Should I contemplate the nature of this dot, maybe? So this dot certainly isn't 8, 9 anymore. Because if it were 8, 9, this would be too large. I'm certainly going down no matter where I come from here. So I'm certainly at most 6 at this point. So this white dot here can't be 1, 2, 3, and it can't be 8, 9. So it's locked in 4, 5, 6 mode. That one's not a 4, apparently. So it's got a 5 on it in any event. Means there's a 5 in here. I'm trying to see if I'm supposed to somehow use these. Heaven forbid. Let's keep in mind these are the smallest numbers along this whole business. I don't think that can possibly be what I'm supposed to be doing. And do know there's going to be an 8 or a 9 over here. In any event, I think I can argue that regardless of which of these it is that we go through, provided that I allow that we can go through this cell, I certainly don't end up taking this cell with this line. I think this line has to be quite short because of that, if we believe everything that we've said so far. And so that means that this must be taken by the one with the 8. And in any event, that certainly means that this is at most a 6. How are we getting out of this box? Are we getting out of this box by going into another box? Or into another grid? I feel like I have failed to understand something that was allowable here. And I'm concerned about the dots over here in this puzzle, and that I'm actually supposed to be thinking about something about that or something like that. With these. It's maybe I could leave this grid and come up into this grid, but that's still not going to give me a way to do something over here. Okay, well, I think what I should probably do is probably come over and try and do more damage to some of these other grids that have these red dots in them, and see what I can do, although I feel like this video has run way long already. So I think I'm going to wrap up this video here, and I'm going to come back next time, and I'm going to torture myself some more with these. Also, I would beg the setter of this puzzle to please never put anything involving drawing a path in your puzzles again, because this is the second time I've been doing one of these that has involved some weird, poorly phrased rules about drawing a path. But you do you, of course. But this is a continual problem. But anyway, I'll be back next time with more Super Sudokoid. I feel like we can figure this one out. But thank you, everyone, and we'll be back next time with more of this adventure.